give my perspective on this whole Ryan Clark situation. And it's crazy. He back in a race situation, seemingly looking like a clout situation. And didn't Andrew Schultz just have a conversation with this man and pretty much embarrass him about coming out on the whim, making these comments, really trying to defend a race when it really isn't even really necessary? Like, I get RG3 said what he said. I get y'all want to defend Angel Reese, but RG3 didn't bring race into his take. Y'all may disagree with it, but he didn't bring race into his take. At least I don't believe so. I don't. Y'all did. So now y'all view as somebody criticizing another individual who's in the public spotlight, who is an athlete, where they all will get criticized to some sort of degree. Again, you may not like the criticism. You may think the criticism is too much. But why does it have to be attacking a black woman? Like, why does it have to be that? But let me shut up. Let's get into this. Let's see what Ryan Clark got to say, and we'll go from here.
We moved in to being able to read the expressions of a person and know their intent, know their character, know their perspective. But he does understand hate, because I think he also understands the hate of self.
How come anytime somebody who may be melanated, black, African-American, whatever you want to call it, whenever they have any criticism about somebody else who's black, they got to hate themselves? I don't get how you guys get to this point. If I got something negative to say about somebody that's black, that means that when I look in the mirror, I don't like what I see? No, it's typically about behavior. It's not about hating their self. I don't get how you guys put those things together. But if y'all can make it make sense, make it make sense. But that shit don't make sense to me at all. At all.
Reese pushed one of her teammates. Caitlin Clark had a hard foul, which is part of basketball. I feel like it was assessed correctly. And Angel Reese's reaction is the sort of reaction you get in a situation when you feel like you took an intentionally hard foul. That's competitiveness. That's rivalry. That's not hate. And so now, though, when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train, it now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy, as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlin Clark's heroic or hero story.
Right. Well, hold on. RG3. Hold on. For one, yeah, I do think that RG3 may have been a little bit wrong in terms of saying that she hates her because of how she reacted, right? I think that was a kind of a natural way to react sometimes when you get fouled, honestly. I do think that she does hate Caitlin Clark. Like, that's just my personal observation. It's not negative. It's not a bad thing for her to hate her, but I think that is what it is. But the reason why Caitlin Clark has this heroic and Angel Reese is the villain is because that's the role that Angel Reese took this whole time. Like, we have to remember, this wasn't something that Caitlin Clark started. This is something that Angel Reese started. Angel Reese started because when, I don't know what year it was, when Caitlin Clark was going on her run, she got Iowa to, I don't know if it was the Final Four, and LSU and them beat Iowa. I'm not mad at Angel Reese for doing this. That's when she got in her face, did the whole "you can't see me" and all that stuff, right? That's what started all of this. And so now you have a fan base of Caitlin Clark, who's a sensational talent that we haven't seen, who's just changing the whole WNBA and women's basketball as a whole. And then we have this other woman who wants to take out the best. And she did. And when she did, she stunned on her. Now there's people who are following Caitlin Clark. Now they like, I don't like that woman over there. It ain't got nothing to do with if she's black or not. It could have been anybody. Anybody who was in Angel Reese's position and was stunning on Caitlin Clark at that time. Everybody would be against that person. You are the villain. And secondly, the reason why Caitlin Clark is the hero, she never ain't got nothing negative to say. She's always on the positive. She's never getting into it with people. She's not trying to get into it with people. She's just trying to play good basketball. That's all.
He's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in this country, about what young black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Caitlin Clark's rise and ascension into stardom. No, when you look at it.
So, okay, what do they have to deal with? What do they have to deal with? That we have to be at home talking about and saying that, okay, when we have a take about her, we must be gentle and sensitive. Because you're making it seem as if Caitlin Clark went on this rise and then all of a sudden people just started just hating black women. And I'm just trying to figure out how this meshes. I don't get it. Like, what conversations are we supposed to be having at home about Angel Reese and what she's going through? What is she going through?
I think A'ja Wilson is the face of the league. A'ja Wilson is the best player in the league. Caitlin Clark is the most important player in the WNBA. And a ton of her fandom has come along with some racial bias or some racial pieces to why people love her so much. And so now, if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling, what Black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping. And so to me, it's just another situation that now this young lady has to deal with. When I worked with RG3, he would make all of these sort of corny jokes about milk and how much he loved it and how important it was. And he always points out on social media the color of his wife's skin, as if the color of her skin is what makes her special, as if the color of her skin is what makes her a good wife. I've met the lady, I've had a conversation with her. Right. I think she's more than that. But it also leads to what Black women deal with a lot from Black men who have chose to date or marry outside of their race. They always feel like they have to go the extra mile to prop up the woman that they're married or the woman that they're with over Black women by denigrating Black women.
Man, see, this is shit that I call cap. Like, yes, there are men who do date white women and who do those things. I'm not going to deny it, right? This wasn't what this was. RG3 didn't bring up race. He didn't bring race up. So you are projecting your insecurities onto RG3 and his wife and his family. That's what you're doing right now. Just because he's commentating on a woman in a rivalry that we have going on, right? He didn't denigrate her. He didn't call her ratchet. He didn't say that she's a terrible, evil person. All he said is his observation is that she hates Caitlin Clark. And I believe that a lot of people can deduce the same thing. What does race have to do with this? He didn't bring race into it. You're bringing race into this. And so I don't know how him making this take about Angel Reese is propping his wife up over Black women. I don't see how that's denigrating Black women. So therefore, you guys are telling me we can never comment and criticize Black women in any area of life, or that therefore we're tearing them down. Again, I understand respect, right? And I understand that, again, him saying that she hates her may be a little too far. I can understand y'all feelings about that. But let's not act like he was literally trying to tear down a Black woman. He was making it seem as if she was an animal, or like, let's please stop that. Because again, he didn't make it about race. Y'all did.
I feel like we should have an opportunity to move past that and understand that Angel Reese can be great in her own right, as Caitlin Clark is as well. Caitlin Clark is a likable and lovable superstar. She pays homage to the stars of the past. She pays homage to the Black women that have come before her. And now she is carrying the mantle forward. So there's no need to pin those two against each other and paint them based on stereotypical tropes. And I think this is what I'd like RG3 to know, that no matter how much he continues to echo the microaggressions of racists, he'll be no less Black than me.
I hate when y'all microaggression. Y'all be too smart for your own damn self. Microaggressions of racism. Most of this shit, when y'all be talking about racism today, it's assumptions. You're just assuming. Because somebody says something that may be close to like racial lines, and all of a sudden that's a racist or microaggression, and they're not going to accept you over there. Why do y'all do this? Why do y'all really be running around acting as if when people make negative or criticize our own people, all of a sudden y'all think that we're only doing that simply to be in or to be accepted by the white race? That is this dumbest and the most inaccurate thing in the world. It's ignorant. But it also signals to me that you are the one that is projecting that. And maybe you are the one that is just dying to be accepted by the white people, or you feel like you won't be accepted by the white people, and that when others are accepted by the white people, y'all feel some type of way. Y'all are the ones that are continuing this racism. Y'all are the ones that are continuing to keep us separated. This shit ain't had nothing to do about race. You could have got on RG3, and RG3 probably he didn't have to say all the extra he said either. I agree. But you did not have to come at RG3 like this. I don't think he disrespected his wife, but he was coming at RG3, and I hate when y'all come at Black men or people in general who have criticisms of Black people. We can be criticized. We're not always right. And yes, we've been through things in the past, but everybody in this world has been through things. Everybody has. Do y'all know the experience of the white woman? Y'all say that you do, but do y'all really know? Because we talk about how nobody else can understand our experience. But we so just not cocky and narcissistic to say that we know everyone else's experience and we can understand theirs. But we got to have conversations before we can criticize people in our race because, you know, we don't know what they're going through. And it's a lot being a black woman playing basketball, making millions of dollars in college. Like, man, if y'all don't knock this shit off, I love you, Ryan Clark, but man, you really be pushing this race line, and it's just like, it's exhausting. It's really exhausting. But Andrew Schultz already told your ass about this shit. I don't know why you ain't listened. You should have listened to Andrew Schultz. I don't think he was out of line because I don't think he disrespected his wife, but I think he was out of line because, again, why do y'all highlight who people are dating and try to quantify that about who's black or not? So just like you're saying, him trying to prep up the white lady and denigrate the black lady won't make him any less black than you are. Just because he's dating a white woman does not make you any more black than he is. I don't know why y'all be running with this shit. But let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the comments. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you in the next one.